Bengals at Chiefs. Chiefs opened at -5, which seems like too high, and the market got nailed. It's now at 3.5. The total opened at 37. Pinnacle still at 37, but every other book 36.5 for 36. Zach Taylor making his head coaching debut for the Bengals. Andy Reid 38, 39, and 4 against the spread in the preseason, and 44, 36, and 1. Leaning towards overs for Andy Reid in the preseason. We're not going to see Mahomes. Chad Henne, Chase Litton, and Kyle Shermer will be getting the playing time. I expect both teams to struggle moving the ball. I think both teams are going to struggle moving the ball here. I can understand why this total is dropping. Is this a spot where we should be looking at the under? Donnie Rightside, Bengals at Chiefs.
Yeah, here's the interesting part, Jimmy, because I actually read an article that showed Patrick Mahomes is going to play the first quarter for the Chiefs, and then Chad Henne's going to get the second, and then they're going to move it on between the third and the fourth, which brings in an interesting, dichotomy when you look at the game itself, because if it opens up at 5 and Andy Reid's coming out saying Patrick Mahomes is going to play the first quarter, why would it go from 5 to 3.5 in the opposite direction? It's not like the Cincinnati Bengals are going to say, well, Andy Dalton's going to play 3 quarters in this game, and we're really going to try to win and try to set the tone because I'm a new head coach. Maybe it's the new head coach angle for Cincinnati where he's going to take this more serious, because I've seen over a decade with Andy Reid in the city of Philadelphia, and it's always been sloppy football throughout the preseason. He doesn't care about the way it ends, just wants to get guys on tape, keep it vanilla, that quick West Coast passing game. So the interesting part in the line movement has me puzzling a little bit, but if I'm going to get a whole first quarter out of Patrick Mahomes and then slide it down throughout, I'm probably still going to lean the Chiefs in this situation, which makes it so interesting of why that line is 5 and then down to 3.5 here.
Definitely very interesting. And D-Money backing that up. D-Money saying Mahomes playing the first quarter. Wow, that is not the way I had expected this game to break down. Whale Capper, Bengals at Chiefs.
Yeah, I saw that same report too, and I guess we'll have to do our research tomorrow, but make sure that this is the way that they are really approaching it. But if they're going to throw Pat Mahomes out there in the first quarter, beyond just the fact that you have a player of that caliber in this kind of situation, it's a signal to the rest of the team, like, that gets them fired up. Like, oh, we are playing to win this. Like, oh, this is serious now. This is for real. And I would look specifically for the Chiefs' first half in that situation. And in fact, if you wanted to grab a deflated price on the Chiefs that you can get now for the full game, if you want to back them in the first half, and then if they come through and play lights out in the first half, come back on the Bengals in the second half, you might have a nice little middle opportunity there, because it does make sense to me that Andy Reid's going to eventually wave the white flag here. It does make sense to me that a guy like Zach Taylor is going to push hard to try to develop some momentum and get the troops feeling good about themselves. So we could see a situation, kind of a lopsided tale of two halves here, where the Chiefs go into halftime with a comfortable touchdown plus lead, and then come back and concede it in the second half. So that's kind of the way I would approach this one. And I was looking at the over here just on the basis of the Chiefs. If they have any weaknesses in their defensive secondary, they're going to really need to see what they have there from the second, third unit guys, because I don't know who's playing nickel cornerback. I don't know who's playing dime cornerback for these teams, for this team. And that's where teams are going to try to attack them in this regular season. So I would expect that, the Chiefs kind of test their guys on defense in terms of, who they have in the second, third unit for cornerback, defensive backfield. And they're probably going to give up some passing yards, as we get deeper into this game.
That is in play. Bengals makes a ton of sense. It makes a ton of sense if Mahomes is rolling. The first half total is not out yet here. They're not giving us numbers at this point. They are giving us the full game total, but not the first half. I guess they're waiting on that as well. Interesting turn of events.